Toastmasters. Ron and Eth talking. And Eth said to Ron, "Does you love me?" "Yeah." "Will you love me when I get old?" "Yeah." There was a bit of a silence. Then Ron said, "Well, get old then." And that is the sort of celebration you get. Too much candle power, as you said, that can be very, very disappointing as well. But the main thing is you've got to get hold of yourself. At that age, nobody else is going to. And then your eyes shine. And then you realise that Escom's gone out again. And there's not much else you can do, so you can be like me, go to bed early and wake up clever. Not much sign of it at the moment, but we're working on it. Then, it's darkest before dawn. That's the best time to steal the newspapers. So just remember that when you get old, or old, depends how much and how often and when. And if you understand that, you're doing a lot better than I
think with what Celebi's up to recently, I think the third thing we'll do is celebrate the cops. Richard Pryor said about that is, "I went to Zimbabwe. I know how white people feel in America now. Relaxed. Because I heard the police car and I knew they weren't coming after me." Peter, if you could tell us a story about, where's Peter? Oh, there he is. Yeah, a light-hearted story about the police or America.
Walk slowly.
light-hearted story about police, Zim, or America. I'd like to choose America. I've had the fortune in the past 2 years of going twice for very short periods. A very long way to go, particularly if it is for a short period of time. 3 hours for 4 days, 2 of which are traveling. That's a big ask on anybody. The one thing I can say about America, and particularly their homeland security, is there is no sense of humour there whatsoever. Particularly when your name is Peter Khaled Ahmad. When you arrive there, you are already, your senses are heightened somewhat. The weight that you experience as an international traveller, a non-American citizen, will generally keep you waiting for between an hour and a half. So anybody who's ever had anything bad to say about Tambo, think again, please, because really the supposed gateway to the world of the first world, free world, Washington, Paris Airport, is a huge amount to be desired. So once you get there, you explain, you're South African on business. I'm travelling on a British passport. The first question is why? Why are you travelling? Because I can, and because I don't have a visa on my South African passport. I don't need a visa. I'm travelling. Any sense of humour? Try and explain that twice with a big smile on your face, and the next thing you think, they're looking at the middle name, the surname, with a bit more interest. And yeah, all I can say is the Americans generally are wonderful. I found them to be very gregarious, fun, loving people. The politics, I'm supposed to call that politics, but the politics sucks, right? But I mean, really, the homeland security is far, far from frivolous.
Since Pete was talking about politics, Richard Pryor said marriage is really tough because it involves feelings and lawyers. He also said that marriage is an institution like Alcatraz. So I'd like Rod to maybe tell us a short story about marriage or dating. Rod.
ladies and gentlemen, marriage is not a word, it's a sentence. And that, for those of you who collect quotations, is from that very famous Welsh comedian, Die Laughing. But aside from that, yes, marriage, dating, it can be fun. It can also be heart-rending at times. But mostly, it's fun. Because you never know what's going to happen next. It's a little bit like a roller coaster. You know, sometimes everything's going swimmingly, as they say. You're having an evening of fun and frivolity. The next minute, you see this face opposite you change. What have I said? I don't think I said anything wrong. I don't think I've done anything wrong. And yet to have the courage to say what's wrong, what have I done, what have I said, is not at all easy. So when it's going very well, it's going very well. When it's not going very well, yeah, it's a bit like sex. You know, when it's good, it's very, very good. When it's bad, it's still pretty good. So, dating is great fun when it leads to marriage, word or sentence. That's the way to go.
As they say, sex is like pizza. Even when it's bad, it's good. I think the final one we'll do is for you, Jeff. And it's a quote by Charlie Chaplin who said, "Words are cheap. The biggest thing you can say is elephant." So tell us a light-hearted story about fumbling words, Freudian slips, etc.
Frivolous. I'd like to skip that up the way.
Where's the using context?
I just used the word frivolous in a sentence. Alright. This is actually a very embarrassing story.
Can't be any worse than mine.
I don't know about that. But I think it could be entertaining and frivolous as well. So let me go. I was dating a girl, and her name is Heike, German. And perhaps you guys are familiar with SMSing. I'm sure you all are. And we had started SMSing each other and started flirting. And we started to get, a little bit saucy is the word I'm looking for. So
Just share it now. Get it out there. Purge yourself.
I said something along the line, because she was being a little bit saucy. So I said, you're really naughty. I should spank you.
Keep the lights off.
Do you like to be spanked? Why is she suddenly changed her tune? I realised, to my horror, I just sent it to my stepmother. Her name is also Heike, and I didn't say the surname. So I sent